you they make me day happy. I'm falling for you long time, yeah. Anything I could do, I'm in love and I'm you I'm all the way. Anything I could do, I'm in love and I'm
Flooded with rumors and half truths. Our news will stop.
You're my life saving.
The time is 12 o'clock. Good afternoon. Here is iPower 102.7 FM Midday News. I am Florence Ibarehman. Taking the headlines. First, we have Ayedatiwa attacks residents on unity and resilience. Court art union from protests. On the foreign scene, Iran engaged US over peace talk. And in sport, Ogudo joins Bundesliga. Details of these and more in a moment. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, and now the news in detail, starting from the home front. Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa has urged residents to embrace unity, peace and resilience to foster development as the state marks the state's 50th anniversary. Expressing gratitude to residents for their unwavering trust and confidence in his administration, he called for the continued collaboration among citizens, traditional leaders and political actors to ensure stability. He also paid tribute to the past heroes, traditional leaders, religious and political leaders, as well as workers, students, artisans, women, youth, civil society organizations, and the media for their collaboration and support in building a more peaceful and prosperous Ondo State. The National Industrial Court Justice Shubilium has issued an interim order restraining the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC Trade Union Congress, TUC, and 3 others from embarking on any form of industrial action, ruling on an ex parte application filed by the Minister of the FCT in some Wike and the FCT administration. Justice Shubilium granted an interim order restraining the first to fifth respondent and their prevails or agent from embarking on strike pending the hearing of the motion on notice. The position, they said, is aimed at causing breakdown of law and order in the national capital. Nigerian and investors have expressed growing frustration over the implementation of a 10% withholding tax WHT on interest earned from savings and short-term investment. Over the past 3 days, many aggrieved investors have taken to social media platforms to vent their displeasure as several fintech banks commenced the deduction of a 10% WHT on earned interest. Report says that while some investors believe that deduction are linked to the new tax laws that took effect on January 1, 2026, others argue that the policy predicts the new regime. This media news is coming to you from iPower 102.7 FM in Morele, Owo. Still to come on the foreign scene, Iran engaged US over peace talk, and in sport, Ogudu joins Bundesliga.
Whether you're tuning in for breaking news, in-depth analysis, or community updates, Hyper 102.7 FM remains your most trusted source. Because when it comes to news, the truth matters. Hyper FM 102.7.
Welcome back, and now to the foreign scene. The Jacob Zuma Foundation has issued a fierce denial after former South African president's name appeared in newly unsealed court document related to the late financier and convicted sexual trafficker Geoffrey Epstein. An email from 2010 purportedly involving Epstein associate Mark Lawrid discussed arranged a dinner at a London hotel for President Zuma. The message suggests inviting a woman named Vera to add some real glamour to the occasion. A subsequent email described Zuma as an impressive and engaging at the event. However, Foundation spokesperson condemned the report as an unethical attempt to tarnish Zuma's reputation by proximity to the unrelated crime of the third party. As tension around the threat of the military confrontation appears to ease, Iran president has announced that he has instructed a diplomat to seek talks with the United States. Report says that the president has instructed the country's foreign minister to pursue fair and equitable negotiation. The U.S. has gathered warship in the region, and President Donald Trump has issued threats several times, with both sides suggesting that the back-channel diplomat was progressing. And in sport, Nigerian striker Uchenna Ogudu has joined Bundesliga Augsburg as on a permanent transfer. The 19-year-old linked with Augsburg from Turkish Super League club. Ogudu signed a long-term contract with the FCA unit June 30, 2031. It has been a remarkable rise for a youngster who only joined the Augsburg from another Turkish club. To end, before we wrap up the news at noon, let us listen to the editorial opinion.
Ondo State marks 50 years since its creation in 1976. Arguments continue over how developed it has become. Supporters point to expanded roads, new schools, health facilities, while critics insist that development remains shallow. At 50, the state demands honest assessment, not sentimental pride. There is no denying that infrastructural growth has occurred, particularly in Akure, Ondo Town and Owo. Road projects such as the Emori Junction to Ikare Junction Road in Owo, the Alagbaka Roundabout, the Owo Flyover, and hundreds of primary health facilities show intentional governance at various times. However, these gains remain concentrated in urban areas. Rural communities in Okitipupa, Ilaje, Irele and Ose continue to struggle with poor road networks, irregular electricity, and limited health care. For many residents, development feels theoretical. A state cannot claim meaningful progress when a significant portion of its people remain undeserved. A collapse of government-owned enterprises remains a stark symbol of missed opportunity. Companies such as the Fond Ceramics and now forgetting Owena Motels in Akura, Oluwa Glass Factory in Igbokoda, and Okitipupa Oil Palm in Okitipupa once promised jobs and industrial growth. Today, they stand abandoned or non-functional. Education, long considered Ondo State's strongest legacy, now presents a mixed reality. While institutions like the Federal University of Technology Akure and Adekunle Ajasin University Akungba Akoko exist, primary and secondary schools across the state suffer from poor funding, teacher shortages, and deteriorating facilities. Economically, the state has failed to fully leverage its agricultural and natural resources. Cacao belts in Idori and Owo, oil-producing areas in Ilaje and Eseodo, and tourism sites like Idore Il in Idore and Iwo Eleru in Ifedore remain underutilized. Youth unemployment continues to force migration to Lagos and Abuja. Governance has been inconsistent. Periods of purposeful leadership produce results, while policy discontinuity and poor maintenance erased many gains. Development without sustainability is temporary. Abandoned projects across Akure and other cities testify to this failure. At 50, Ondo State stands at a defining moment. It has achieved enough to show capacity, but not enough to claim transformation. True development must prioritize functional industries, rural inclusion, and quality of life. The next 50 years must deliver more than promises.
To end the iPower 102.7 FM Media News, let us take another look at the main points. We told you in the course of the bulletin that Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa has urged residents to embrace unity, peace, and resilience to foster development as the state marks the state's 50th anniversary. We also informed you that the National Industrial Court Justice Shubilium has issued an interim order restraining the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC), Trade Union Congress, and 3 others from embarking on any form of industrial action or protests. On the foreign scene, we informed you that as tension around the threat of the military confrontation appears to ease, Iran president has announced that he has instructed diplomats to seek talks with the United States. And in sports, Nigerian striker Uchenna Ogodu has joined Bundesliga club